If you haven't seen the latest Brawlhalla tournament stream, the Max Mode Winter Royale, I recommend that you do. The commentary was great, the matches are amazing, they're all like super like hype, a bunch of upsets, you know, and stuff like that. I really enjoyed watching the tournament. It's actually one of the first tournaments that I've actually watched in a while. I haven't really been watching the pro scene a lot. But yeah, during this video, I'm going to be talking about shifts in the meta when it comes to like chakrams and, you know, and what the answers are to chakrams. You know, people are saying chakram is like really good. And in the tournament, you know, people have been blindsided by like chakram is broken, but there are answers and we've seen it in the tournament. People might not just be noticing it. There are answers. So during the Maximo Winter Royale, Vim Tranquilo, he won, he qualified in the LCQ, getting first place, and then he won the tournament overall. On top of him playing Priya, a lot of other people were playing Priya in 1s and 2s, but I'm mainly going to talk about 1s in the video. Vim's gameplay was honestly like just amazing. Like his knowledge of the weapon was like just clearly better. Like if you just watch the tournament, you know, watching him pilot Chakram, like even in a Priya versus Priya match, he was just winning. Like during the LCQ, like fighting Sandstorm, he was winning. It was a great set. You really should watch it if you have the time. Brawlhalla will probably be uploading the set on their esports channel, which they usually do for their tournaments. So if you didn't catch it on stream, I know the stream was also cutting out a bit. So, you know, if you can't watch the VOD on Twitch or something like that, they'll probably be uploading it soon. I hope so, because all the sets were like really hyped. They were really good. During this tournament, there were a lot of people playing Chakram. Wes was on Chakram. Acno was playing Chakram. One of the EU GOATs, you know, Sandstorm was on Chakram. NA GOAT, Vim Tranquilo was on Chakram. There were a lot of Chakram players in the tournament, you know, like all of these Chakram players like playing really well. Like what does everyone do? What is everyone supposed to do against this god tier broken weapon? You know, people are saying, you know, we need answers, you know, to combat the new meta. And I think the answer was in the tournament with the level of play we got from Vim Tranquilo. Like we don't have a win yet, you know, we're learning, we're trying to adapt, you know. So you can see, like, if you watch a lot of the sets in the tournament, you see people drifting away from the weapons like gauntlets, like guitars, like these close range weapons. Like they're still good weapons, but when it came to like fighting Chakram, it's very hard to do, you know? So we're gravitating towards these longer range, like disjointed hitboxes, like blasters, like orb, scythe, spear, stuff like that. And you can see it bearing fruit in these matches against these Chakram players like Lores. You know, during the round robin portion of the Royale, Lores, who was like, you know, going up against Chakram players, won pretty much all of his sets against Chakram players. Like he won in the round robin, he won against Acno 3-0. He won against Sandstorm 3-0. He won against Vim Tranquilo 3-2. You know, his losses in the round robin were going to Balloon Boy and like they were going to other players like that who weren't on Chakram. Just very interesting to see, you know, like it's like, so you can kind of see that he sort of in a way has the Chakram matchup figured out. He's been playing Dusk, Spear, Orb. He's been playing these and it's been winning. Watching Vim Tranquilo sets, like in the LCQ, he didn't drop a set. During the Winter Royale, like during the Royale, in the round robin, he lost 2 sets. He was 5-2. And then he didn't lose a set again until the grand finals reset against Markimu on Nyx. He was playing Nyx. You know, if you've watched like some of Markimu's streams or his YouTube, you've seen that he's been playing Nyx a lot. Well, he's playing it a decent amount at least. Blaster, Scythe, you know, these weapons, they realize that these weapons like have what it takes to like punish Chakram. Like the way that Markimu like punishes, like his spacing, his movement, like they're all like insane. Like he was playing so insane during this tournament. Like it was so hyped to watch his Knicks in grand finals of the Royale. Even in his winter side match after the round robin, when he was playing Cross, like it was hype, like super hype stuff. But there are people winning against Chakram, and people aren't. Like, you watch the stream chat and you see people like in this defeatist like mentality, I guess, you know. But if you really take a look at the bracket of the tournament, you'll see the Chakram players are losing. Like players like not even like just Lores and Marky Moo, like Use, Munir, Money Hollow in the LCQ against Wes was winning against Chakram. The weapon is definitely overtuned, I will say that, and it does need some nerfs. I'm not saying it's not broken. I'm not saying it's not a good weapon. I know in one of my earlier videos, I was saying that I didn't think Chakram was super top tier. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good weapon, but I didn't think it was broken, you know. But, you know, the tournament proved me wrong. You know, pro players proved me wrong. Like, this weapon is pretty insane. You know, while I can like sit here and say like Chakram is broken, Chakram is a busted weapon, it needs some tuning, I could sit here and say that, you know, but I'd rather like look at it like in a different way. And like, truth be told, if you're watching the stream, Vim Tranquilo like played insane. Like he played to an insane level. Like even when he was fighting like Chakram versus Chakram, like he's winning convincingly almost, you know what I mean? Like pretty convincingly. In the LCQ, he beat Wes 3-2, he beat Sandstorm 3-0 when they were both playing Priya, and then when he swapped to Mirage in grand finals of the LCQ 3-1, you know, Sandstorm sweep through the elimination side of the bracket was insane, you know. But if you're watching the tournament and you're upset, like I want you to like watch the matches like closely, you know, because there are cracks forming in the image of Chakram, you know. Like there's a way to win. Watch like Use's Fate, Munir's Teros, and Thor. Watch how they're fighting the weapon. Watch how they approach fighting the weapon. Because of the like reverse potential Chakram has while they're above you, you know, like these players, you know, usually in a platform fighter, like juggling is like, oh, I'm juggling them, I'm good. But when it comes to Chakrams and that dare, you can watch how these pro players like avoid that situation entirely. They literally shift their mindset of like how you play platform fighters. They're using their movement to like engage horizontally instead of vertically. Watching the set Munir plays was insane in how he used the platforms to like continuously just move around Acno, you know? The way that he outperformed was crazy. The first two games were pretty close. You know, a few Teros is just strong, you know, a few stray hits from Teros is just gonna kill any character in the game. But in the last set, in the last game of the set, you know, his movement on these platforms, making these situations horizontal instead of allowing Chakram to like vertically just dominate, it was insane to watch. You know, the like level of skill that he displayed was just insane to watch. And you see other hints of this in Marky Moo's Winterside set. He swapped to Cross, you know, like I mentioned. Like he doesn't end up winning the set, but you can see there's a like shift in his game plan, playing around movement, playing around changing the engagement to be horizontal, setting up a ton of blaster sayers, a bunch of side lights and more sayers, using his movement. His blasters were amazing, and then like as a blasters player, like it was just insane to see. Like I loved watching it. It was hype. It was really cool. And then going into grand finals, he swapped to Knicks in the Royale. He believes in blasters. He believes in the blasters. And then he swapped on Scythe. I don't know if, I guess he didn't believe in the gauntlets. You know, gauntlets are pretty close range, you know, so I don't blame him. But it was just exciting to see, you know. But at the end of the day, like Vim Tranquilo like just played insanely. He played out of his mind. You gotta like look at some of these picks that other people are playing when they're not playing Chakram. Someone was on Moonin in the tournament. I think it was in the LCQ. They were playing Moonin. Like that speaks for itself, you know what I mean? Like Moonin. But think about it. The bow, like disjointed hitboxes, like the end light is probably, like if you can time it right, probably really good at like keeping out Chakram. But yeah, you know, other than that, we had some crazy picks. Like, well, not crazy picks, just picks we haven't seen in a while, like Fate, Thor, Petra, Amugi. Well, Amugi's new, but you know, Magyar coming from Moneyhala. I think all the picks were fun, you know, they were pretty fun picks. I love seeing the new, like, different weapons, and one specifically. Like, you see these weapons in like 2s, but you don't really see like them in 1s as much anymore, I guess. You don't see them pop off in 1s anymore, you know. And I just, like, overall just thought the tournament was great to see. It was fun to see. I enjoyed watching it. So in short, I pretty much just wanted to make a video like pointing out the counterplay that I noticed for Chakram. Everyone seems to have this bleak mentality, like this bleak outlook on the game, this defeatist outlook, you know. And if you watch closely, there's answers. We have options. Markimu, Lores, Munir, Hughes, they're all getting wins, and like set wins against Chakram players. Vim Tranquilo simply played insane. He played really well, and you gotta give it to him. You just have to, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. I just wanted to make a short video, you know. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.